Hello, welcome back to the Spider's Web. First, need to make a couple of corrections. It was pointed out to me by Andrew Bremner that Quinn wasn't actually on the same tile as Cattie-Brie and Cat, so he doesn't take the hit point off when the Wraith became unexpectedly dead during the previous video. One thing I did do, however, was I forgot to take off a hit point for Cat when she killed the previous Wraith. So that's the two corrections made. It is now Cattie-Brie's turn, and what is going to happen is, from Andrew Bremner, we have suggestions. Heartseeker stance for the extra damage. Okay, so we'll take that off the falling hail stance and pop it onto the Heartseeker stance, like so, and that allows you to what is it? On your attacks, deal +1 damage on a hit, and then attack the Wraith, which is 2 tiles away, with Talmaril, and then hopefully, he says, hit and kill it, and then move to the first square on the tile to your east to open up the room next to it. So it's on here that he wants me to go. So I'm just going to just got a private message on Facebook, so I'm just going to ignore that for the time being and get on with it. Okay, so let's try that, shall we? So we're going with Talmaril, and attack 1 monster within 2 tiles of your hero. You cannot attack with this power if your hero is adjacent to a monster. Fair enough, she isn't. And it's an attack of +6, and it causes 1 damage. 2 damage with the Heartseeker stance. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I doing that for? 1 square, 1 tile, 2 tiles. He's within 2 tiles. We are looking towards getting more than 15, as you can see there, because we've got an armour class of 15. Give us at least 10. 18. You know what that means, don't you? It means another dead Wraith. That's going to go boom, and each hero on the Wraith tile gets 1 damage. But yet, as you can see, there are no heroes on the Wraith's tile. Cat was on this tile. No heroes get damage. That gets damaged, terminally so, and gets popped back into the experience pile, where we get, again, 3 experience for it. Must remember that. Now, the next step is, what did we say? Move to the first square on the tile to your east to open up the next, or the room next to it. Ah, he wants me to go there. Sorry, so I'll just move there. Use Cattie-Brie power to move back to the tile she was from. Hopefully this will stop her getting any damage this time. Okay, so we need to get a tile. This tile is, please let it be a white arrow just for a change. It is Strahd's Crypt. It's a white arrow, so that just means, now let's move, she can move 2, let's move a 2. That means just a monster. We don't get an encounter this time, which is nice. So we have our monster card, but what is the monster card? Let's have a look. It's more trouble. It's a gargoyle. Oh dear Lord. And the gargoyles look like this. Well, my gargoyles look like this. Unpainted, they're that colour. So the gargoyle goes on there, and it says if the gargoyle is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves. If the gargoyle is within 1 tile of a hero, it moves to the closest hero's tile and attacks each hero on the tile with a whirlwind of claws. Otherwise, the gargoyle does nothing. That's fair enough. The gargoyle, I believe, is very similar to a what you may call it, a weeping angel. If you can't see it, it can't do it. Excuse me, it can't do anything. Right, speaking of excuse me, hang on a second. Sorry, I have just realised I haven't got my reading glasses on. So I'm just going to change my glasses and then get on with this. Okay, so that was Cattie-Brie's turn. Okay, so what can Quinn do with this time? Now I am so tempted to go back to Cat's tile to try and help her with her hit point issue. However, I wouldn't be helping with this. Well, I'd be helping her, but I wouldn't be helping me. In fact, it doesn't make any difference. What I'm going to do, first of all, have a smack at this wolf. I'll go with Righteous Advance, which is that one. Hit or miss one hero on your tile, moves 6 squares. The wolf has 14, an armour class of 14 and 1 hit point. This does an attack of +6 and again 1 hit point. So that's what we're going to use. Oh dear. Let's have more than an 8. More than an 8. We got a 4. That wasn't more than an 8. But it does say hit or miss, I can move 2 squares. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to use this power. You and one other hero on your tile regains 2 hit points. So it's the healing hymn which I used earlier to help Cattie-Brie. So the 2 hit points here go back to being unused, and Cattie-Brie's hit points here, I'll turn it around so you can see it, we'll put 2, turn 2 over, so she's used up half her hit points as well. And then it's the wolf's turn. That's all I can really do with... Oh no, sorry, I need to move Quinn now, don't I? He hasn't had his movement. That movement was just the result of the attack on the card. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go... he has a speed of 5, so we can move up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to leave him there. Now, I think what I'm going to have to do now is just move the camera down a little bit. Won't be a second. Okay, hopefully you can see everything that's on the board. We can't quite see the gargoyle, but we know it's there. He's going to stay there. We're going to avoid that room like the plague. He's going to do nothing whatsoever. So that was Quinn's turn. Quinn's attacked. He's now moved. It's now time for dungeon tile, which is this one, and we turn it over. Again, black tile or black arrow, which means first off monster and then an encounter. And I forgot, Cattie-Brie killed the raid. She should have turned over a treasure card. So let's try the treasure, which is play this fortune immediately. You can move your speed or make an attack. Right, play that immediately. She's going to make an attack on the gargoyle. Okay, let's go back to what she had. She's got the Heart Seeker. It's a good job I remembered about that. She has Heart Seeker with the stance on it, and she's going to do Talmaril. She's going to do exactly the same. I'm going to just put these on there. She's going to use Talmaril, which is +6 and causes 1 damage, and then that adds another damage. So we'll do that first before we do anything else, get us back into the system. So it's 1, 2, she is that away. Where's the gargoyle card there? Okay, it's got 2 hit points and an AC of 16. So let's get this done first. So we need at least 10. 12, we've got the gargoyle deaded. I'm glad I remembered that. So that is another 3 experience into the pile, and a nasty monster out of the way. Oh, that would have been another correction for the next video. I'm glad I remembered about it before we went any further. It's just because I drew the card, and that's the reason I remembered it. Okay, so let's have a look at the cards. We'll do the monster card first, and the monster is a Kobold Skirmisher. There's a Kobold Skirmisher. Not an impressive looking size, but potential of being a bit of a nuisance with a bent sword. So that goes on there, and that's Quinn's along with the wolf. And now the encounter. Vertigo washes over you as Strahd steps from the shadows. His will overwhelms you and he laughs as he steps back into the darkness. Choose the hero with the most hit points remaining. That hero takes 1 damage and is immobilised. He takes 1 damage, and now we can show you what these effects can do. Okay, so immobilised means you cannot move. And I discard this condition at the end of my hero phase on the next turn, not this one. Okay, so that is Quinn's action sorted out. Now we have his monsters to deal with. We do this in order. Now he's got 2. We do the wolf first because that's the one he got first, and then we do the Kobold Skirmisher. So let's focus on the wolf. If the wolf is adjacent to a hero, it attacks that hero with a bite. He's not, he's on his own. If the wolf is within 2 tiles of a hero, it moves adjacent to the closest hero and attacks that hero with a pounce. So, moves adjacent to the closest hero, and that's Cat. And the pounce is a +7, and it deals 1 damage and slowed. Okay, so +7 against Cat. Cat's armour class is 14. You want less than 7, we get 5. Doesn't do anything. That's good, that's good, that's good. Next, Kobold Skirmisher. If the kobold is within 1 tile of a hero, it attacks the closest hero with a thrown javelin. Attack +9 causes 1 damage. Ooh, see, told you. It's not an impressively big model, but can be a nuisance. So it's +9 attack against 16. We want less than 5. 10. That's not less than 5, but 1 damage. Small price to pay. That's all it can do. That is Quinn's turn. We've used his utility, one of his utility powers, and that's all we can do with Quinn for the time being. So let's change cards again. Place these on top and move the whole thing. Oh, way up. Move the whole thing over and bring Cat, our human rogue, back. This encounter card that we've just used gets discarded. It wasn't serious enough to actually. 3, 6, 9, 10. I vote we use these 10, 3, 6, 9, 10 for the zombie, the 2 wraiths and the gargoyle. I put a vote that we upgrade Cattie-Brie to level 2. I'm not going to do it yet. I want to see what you think of that idea, but that's what I want. That's what I'm suggesting. We have altogether 3, 6, 9, 10, 12 experience points. With 10 experience points we can upgrade a character. I suggest we do that with Cattie-Brie. It's entirely up to you. Let me know what you think of the idea. But, right, that's tidied up now. Let's have a look at what we can do. Right, so Cat's adjacent to a wolf, so before the attack you can move 2 squares and attack 1 adjacent monster. No need to do that. On a hit you deal +1 damage if the monster is adjacent to another hero. It doesn't mean anything really. So we've got a wolf, and the wolf card is here. We're going to attack the wolf. I'm a class of 14 with 1 hit point. She got an attack of 7 with Deft Strike. Let's see if she can get over 7. If she gets a 13, the wolf is no more. So we take the wolf off. We put the wolf card in our experience pile, and we use this treasure, the item, the Ring of Regeneration. Instead of drawing a treasure card, we'll regain a hit point instead. So we'll do that. And that's Cat's attack over with. There we are. Now it's her movement, and she's going to go 1, 2, and she's going to go there. Okay, so we take a dungeon tile. What do we have here? A laboratory, and it's a white triangle. Very nice. Just means we have a monster to draw. What monster do we get? Let's have a look. It's another Kobold Skirmisher. We're going to see something really irritating now when it comes to the Kobold Skirmishers. Well, not when it comes to Kobold Skirmishers, when it comes to having more than one. You've seen the Kobold Skirmisher before, it's this little green devil. We pop him over here. Now we have 2 Kobold Skirmishers. on the table. One owned by Katt, the other owned by Quinn. The thing is, it's now the Kobold Skirmisher's turn. This Kobold Skirmisher attacks Katt. The Kobold Skirmisher is within 1 tower. Hero attacks the closest hero with a thrown javelin. Okay, so I'll do that. Thrown javelin, it's a +9 attack against 14. We want less than 5. 7, not less than 5. So it causes the hit point that she's regained to go back on. Next, because we have 2, the other one goes as well. So that one is now attacking Quinn. Who says this game doesn't like messing you about? +9 against Quinn's armour class, which is 16. Oh dear. 8 and lower. We've got 8. Sorry, no, that's 17. It's lower than 8, I should have said. So that's 17. Quinn's got armour class was 16, did I say? Yes. So Quinn loses another hit point. There we are. It's now back to Cattie-Brie. Photographs of her card and everything she has will be following this, so you can make your decisions of what to do. She still has 3 of her 6 hit points intact. The stance token is on the Heartseeker card, and don't forget, are we going to use 10 of the experience we have to upgrade Cattie-Brie? I'm not showing you what the upgrade allows you to do, but would you like to do it? That's the question. So until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.